All right, Yelena, thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
So let's take you to Hollywood, where we connect with longtime entertainment journalist Jeanne Wolf. And Jeanne, you've known Penny Marshall for quite some time. When you first heard the news, what went through your mind?
I just was completely taken aback. I knew she hadn't been well, but I certainly didn't expect to hear that she was gone. And it was very shocking. So I had to think back on all the things that she and I laughed about. You know, you forget with Laverne and Shirley how much physical comedy there was. And she said, you know, Jeanne, that physical, I can't imitate her voice. No one can. That physical comedy really came from the fact that a lot of times we didn't like the dialogue. So anytime they gave us a scene that we didn't think was funny, we'd come up with all these crazy pratfalls and all this physical comedy. And she said, I was fearless. I never worried about hurting myself. But then she also, you know, Penny, we should have known that she might be a director because she complained a lot. She and Cindy both about the lines that were written. And then she was so new to this that she'd never been to dailies where you see footage of the show before it's finished. And she said she would cry because of the way she looked. So she got banned. The two of them got banned. They were not allowed to go to the dailies.
Aww.
And then when she started to direct, I asked her what was the best advice her brother ever gave her about directing. He was a very famous director. And she said, well, he always had more confidence in my talent than I did. So when I asked him, what's the one thing I need to know as a director? I'm almost imitating her voice. It was, he said, Penny, all you have to know is wear comfortable shoes.
Wear comfortable shoes. That is great. And so what are some of the other things that you remember about her over the years? Did you consider her a friend, or was she someone that you just followed and talked to?
She was, you know, a friend in the sense that we knew each other for years. We both had a history that I was very trusted when I went to interview her. I can't tell you how many times I interviewed her. And she had a great sense of humor and that monotone voice. So whatever she said was very funny. And on the set, they would say, Penny didn't do like action as a director. She'd say, you know, it looks all right. I think we should start now. And then, and instead of saying cut, Penny would say, yeah, I guess we had enough. But she was a very good director and very opinionated and had very good instincts. But you have to understand, Tom Hanks, and maybe not Madonna or Rosie O'Donnell and Robin Williams, those people, they started together. They were like a family. They all knew each other. They all, you know, filmed next to each other's shows. And I do remember Penny saying, oh, I wish I had enjoyed it more. She said, I was always so worried. I was always so nervous about everything. I remember going to a premiere and they were yelling and screaming, and I was looking around going, who are they cheering for? And it was me.
That is amazing. And she, as you mentioned, she broke records as a top-grossing female director. And our own Yelena Adzik, she referred to this just moments ago. We're going to show a tweet from director Ava DuVernay, who says, thank you, Penny Marshall, for the trails you blazed, the laughs you gave, the hearts you warmed. What kind of example do you think she set for other female directors in Hollywood?
I think she set more of an example than she knew about female directors. Look, she understood the bottom line was you make money. And Big made over $100,000 the first time a female director. But she loved what she did. She had doubts about what she did. She enjoyed it. She fought for every creative moment. And she said even when they were on Laverne and Shirley, they were the #1 show, but she said we weren't really respected. People just made fun of us. And, you know, she was proud of that and loved it, but she had a very inscrutable attitude about everything. You couldn't tell when she was excited, but you could certainly tell when she had ideas about how things should be done.
What will you remember most about her?
I'll remember how funny she was without one bit of inflection in her voice. The toss-off remarks, the truth that she would tell about the business, about, you know, she said, you know, that freshman star complex. You had to avoid, you know, all these people who you knew are running around the lot hoping they got a part. Suddenly they were stars and they would put on airs. And she said our family wasn't like that. We were surrounded by family. So they would put on airs, and she kind of had a bit of cynicism and a good laugh at Hollywood and at herself.
Do you think she enjoyed being a director more than an actor?
I think that she enjoyed being a director because she wasn't a glamour puss. She was 10 years older than Laverne when she played Laverne. And she knew as an actress that there were very specific parts she could have. As a director, she didn't have to worry about fancy dresses. And she said they went to the Cannes Film Festival for Laverne and Shirley. She didn't know what to wear. She didn't like any of that pomp and circumstance. She liked the work. She loved laughter, and she loved other actors and telling people what to do.
All right. Jeannie, it was really good to talk to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's entertainment journalist Jeannie Wolf in Hollywood.